According to research firm Strategy Analytics, 3 out of every 4 Samsung phones shipped last year was a Galaxy A series device. No, not a Galaxy S, and definitely not a Galaxy Fold phone. For Samsung, the A series, its mid-range family of phones, is now a big deal, which probably explains why we had a big Unpacked event earlier this week. Understandably, these A-series phones aren't as impressive, iconic, or expensive as Samsung's other families of phones, but they could be crucial for the company's bottom line. So say hello to the A52 5G, A52 and the A72, 3 new smartphones from Samsung. All 3 were revealed yesterday without US prices, which is pretty frustrating when that's the most important feature in a mid-range phone. We did glean some UK prices, so we do at least have some ballpark figures to play with. Here in the UK, the A52 5G will cost £399 at launch, which is roughly $550 if you ignore all the important sales tax maths. The Galaxy A72, however, with a bigger screen, will cost £419 here, which works out, again, minus the sales tax stuff, at around $580. So how about the phones themselves? Let's start with the A52 5G. Its screen is slightly bigger than last year's A51, measuring in at 6.5 inches. And there's also a bigger battery and now 4 camera sensors, including a 64 megapixel sensor with optical image stabilization. The standout feature, however, may be that screen, which now has a 120Hz refresh rate. That should make for a very buttery smooth experience, and is very much a feature you normally find in flagship phones. That should help it stand out from the competition that may well include the A72, also by Samsung and also announced yesterday. The Galaxy A72 is, yes, pretty similar to the A52, but there are some crucial differences. You get a bigger 6.8-inch screen, and the camera sensors do a bit of swap around. So here on the A72, instead of a macro sensor, you'll get a telephoto sensor with 3 times optical zoom. The A72 sounds, at least on paper, as a more capable camera phone. But maybe you don't care about mid-range phones. Half the time I don't, so I wouldn't be surprised if you were the same as me. Maybe you always buy flagship devices. Maybe you want the very best when you're forking out hundreds of dollars for a phone. Why should you care about Samsung's A series, especially now? Well, I say you should care because in a reverse of fortunes, it seems like the A series is now affecting the Galaxy S series of phones. If you've been paying attention to prices of these flagship phones, they've been going up and up in years, topping $1,000 in recent times. But for Samsung, which struggled with its S20 series, for the S21 earlier this year, it managed to cut prices by about $200 compared to last year's phones. And Samsung needs to sell phones. It's recently announced that due to chip shortages, yes, the perennial pandemic tech story, it might be unable to launch a new Galaxy Note phone this year. The company may have to sell an awful lot of much cheaper Galaxy A phones to make up for its flagship no-show. It's a bit hard to tell whether these phones will fare well in the US without US price tags, but you can check out our deep dive on all 3 new phones at Engadget.com and subscribe below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.